offices.
Right. I think I know the building.
Nemesis is back, but not in a good way. This is Resident Evil 3 Remake. Don't go away. Resident Evil 3 Original was, along with Code Veronica, differentiated itself from the originals. 3 did it in a way because it was, you felt like you were actually surviving a zombie apocalypse. Resident Evil 1, 2, and 0 had you isolated in buildings, and Resident Evil 3 just had you thrown out into the city. And I had a blast playing through Resident Evil 3. The main two reasons why is you got to witness the story of the government deciding to push the button to destroy Raccoon City, which would be a crazy thing in today's times. And of course, Nemesis. Now, in the remake, they literally brush over the fact that the city's gonna blow up. Like, no joke. You would think it would be like, you know, oh shit, they're actually gonna send a missile to destroy the city. It is deemed uncontainable. But in the remake, it's like, oh shit, Jill, they're gonna blow the city up. I guess we gotta get out of here. And of course, Nemesis in the original was a random force to be reckoned with. Every time Nemesis showed up in the original, I was excited because the fight was amazing. In the remake, every time Nemesis showed up, it was annoying. You're either A, running away from Nemesis, B, running away from Nemesis, or C, running away from Nemesis, or D, fighting Nemesis in a boss fight, which you get 2 boss fights and they're pretty bland. Most of the time, honestly, you're not even playing against Nemesis because it's a completely scripted cutscene of just hold the toggle forward and Jill will automatically run away and jump and throw things down and dodge. So it's almost like watching a scripted movie scene. But nevertheless, the game starts really well. In the original, you're just in Raccoon City, but in the remake, you get to be in Jill's apartment. But after that, you go into Raccoon City. And it was pretty awesome, you know, to see Raccoon City modern time, but playing through it was pretty limited. After that, you go into No Clock Tower. The lab area is there, but it is incredibly tiny. But there's also no park. So what the hell do you do in this game? They did add an area, sort of like a mini, like, you know those mini spiders from Resident Evil 5? It's pretty much those things contaminating a power area, and you pretty much avoid them or shoot them. And yeah, that's a quick 15-minute level that they thought would replace the clock tower, the park, and the labs. Ammo crafting was arguably my favorite thing in the original. You really got to do your own thing in that game. You had grenade rounds, freeze rounds, flame rounds, acid rounds. You could do magnum bullets, shotgun bullets, pistol bullets. It was great. Remake comes around. You got pistol bullets, shotgun bullets, magnum bullets. Really not that much. Later on in the game, halfway through the game, you then unlock the grenade launcher crafting, which is pretty limited. Again, you don't really get to do a lot with that. Dodge mechanic, surprisingly, I'm against. From the reviews I've seen online, people really liked the dodge mechanic. They thought it was an improvement from the original. I'm the opposite. I like the randomness of 3 because I never expected to get a dodge, so when it happened, it was a good surprise. In Resident Evil 3 Remake, I expected to get a dodge and would never get it. The dodge window is pretty tiny, and every time I think it would dodge, it wouldn't dodge. And every time I thought it wouldn't dodge, it would dodge. So it's like there was a piece of candy in front of me that kept getting taken away. It was pretty frustrating. Where in the original, it was just a piece of candy that was never there that you randomly got. So it was a good surprise. So honestly, I do prefer the original dodge mechanic. Gunplay is fun though. I mean, it's good to fun. You know, the original 3 was more action focused. You spawned in with a machine gun. Jill goes crazy in Raccoon City, saving survivors that honestly aren't there anymore. Like in the original, I remember this random chick got killed by zombies down the hallway, and you run up to try and save her, but it's too late. There's none of that. in 3. You're the only civilian in 3. Actually, they do have one guy that they brought back from the original, but you're really the only civilian in 3 remake. But as I was saying, the gunplay is fun. It's cool to shoot zombies. They took the sub-weapons out, so when you get attacked, there's no more defense. I guess I'm okay with that. It doesn't really matter. It lets me use grenades more sparingly now, but it was, you know, gunplay, fun. Presentation takes a hit compared to the original, in my opinion. They downgraded the zombies, not even comparing to the original. If you compare it to RE2 remake, which is basically a copy and paste of every mechanic, except they took some stuff out for zombies. One of the things I liked about 2 remake was the realism of shooting zombies. Shoot their arms and the arm slides off the bone pretty much. In 3 remake, it's sort of cartoony. You just shoot the arm and then it explodes and it goes away. It's like he downgraded the zombies somehow. Music is so bad in this game. I'm not even kidding you. I will say the save theme is good. If you can hear it, it's abnormally quiet. And when you're escaping Raccoon City when the missile's coming in, good soundtrack. But that's it. At least Resident Evil 2 Remake had a soundtrack swap option, which I extremely highly recommend you use. 3 Remake just sets you with only the remake soundtrack, which doesn't exist, honestly. And because there's no soundtrack swap, the item menu suffers. Because now the item menu before was bland, mechanically based, because it's very, very vanilla. But now, with bare bones sound effects, it's even worse. I will say though, this is arguably the best looking game I've ever played. I said that for Resident Evil 2 Remake. The engine that these guys developed over at Capcom is incredible. Lighting, the way that rain shines off of coats and everything is insane. Like, I played this on base PS4 and I still thought it was the best looking game I've ever played. So hats off to the design team.
They don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
For overall impact, I gotta be honest, there's only one good thing about this game, and I think the entire of Resident Evil community can agree. Jill. The one good confirmed thing I'd say that the remakes have done better than the original is they've brought the life out of the characters. Leon's better than the original, Claire's a lot better than the original, and Jill is better than the original. And I know I don't have a lot of good things to say about this game, but it's because I just don't have a lot of good to say about it. Jill was good, sure. They made Jill super attractive. Sure. Did I like that? I mean, yeah. But the game was 4 hours. Actually, exactly 4 hours and 10 minutes. And I don't plan on playing through it again. I mean, disappointing. That's the only tagline I can think of this game with, is disappointing. Boss fight? I mean, boss fights in the original Resident Evil 3 was awesome. Every time Nemesis came in, it was an exciting show throwdown. Nemesis here sucks so bad, which is bad considering the original name of the game was Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. How could you butcher Nemesis in the remake? All he does in the boss fight is run around like a dog until you shoot a mine at where he's going to be running. He gets hit by it, and then you just pummel him with bullets. He gets up. Oh, okay, he runs away. Here's the next boss fight. He runs around like a dog until you shoot a mine dart into... This sounds familiar. Are you telling me in a 4-hour game they copy and pasted a boss fight?
Yep.
Also, replayability out the window. No mercenaries. Mercenaries was one of the best side modes in all of Resident Evil, to be honest, because I played the Resident Evil 3 mercenaries quite a bit, and no mercenaries. Overall, maybe I'm giving this game too hard of a rundown. Because if you're not an RE fan, you have no idea who Jill is, you have no idea what Resident Evil is, and you just, hey, this looks like a cool zombie shooting game. Sure, you may like it, yeah. Maybe you're still disappointed with full price for 4 hours, but yeah. But as a Resident Evil fan, coming in, judging it based off of original Resident Evil 3, I can't give it any higher score than a 4.1 out of 10. So yeah, that's it. Resident Evil 3 Remake down. Out of my notes, everything here is negative, except for the bottom one that says Jill is hot. That's about it. Resident Evil 3 done? That leaves me with only one left. 10 months ago, I started and said, hey, I want to play Resident Evil Village, but I think it would be cool if I played through all the Resident Evils up to that. So I did. I started with 0, 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 remake, 3 remake, Revelations 1, Revelations 2, and now I'm here. I'm finally ready to play Revelations. I'm finally ready to play Village, but I'm gonna wait until they release the gold edition that comes with third-person mode, because I'd honestly do third-person over first-person. But until then, I'm your host, Single Player Entertainment, and I hope you just review. Peace out. Jill. Where the hell did Jill go? My nuts, bro. Shoot through me.
Shoot him!
I can't. I'll hit you.
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
What? I literally aimed at his foot. Come on, I had a better idea than the fucking game. What was that?
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.